Okay, here we go. Let's talk about it. All right, so real moment. All right, I'm probably gonna start shooting a lot of my videos real and raw. So number one, if you hear something in the background, that's the bathroom fan. I'm not getting them to turn it off. Sorry. Number two, if I'm moving around more than I want to be, that is me, because I don't have my what you call it, to hold the phone, so that's not gonna stop me. Okay. It's not. Number three, if you hear that, that's my table. Yeah, I'm on my rickety table. Number four, if you see me looking down, I'm just going to show you, that's my iPad. And this is George. I love George. Okay, so enough of that. Just a couple things, let's just get that out of the way. All right, now, so let's talk about it. So I understand you're 40, 45, 50, and up, right? You know, okay, you're tired. You've been working. You're ready to like retire and put it down. And you may be thinking you're in a point and in a place in your life where you're like, I can't, I got to keep working. But then you get on YouTube and you see all these people who are like in your age range and no longer in that 18, 19, 20, 25, 25, the younger crowd, right? And you're like, what the heck? Is this real? Are these people really living this? Oh my God. Okay, so yes, it is real. Yes, they are really living this. This is happening. And here's the big, beautiful part about it. You don't have to not be a part of that, okay? Oh, I'm sorry. Moving around a lot. You don't have to not be a part of that, okay? The way things are going right now, some reason, somehow, some way it seems, YouTube is really, really, you know, allowing, well, I won't say allowing, but YouTube is really, really, let's say, is really, really a good platform for people of an age range that's beyond the, damn, I'm about to mess up the generations, generation something club, the 20 something to 30 something year olds, so, right? So you know what gen you fall in. All right, and so now is a great time if you are older and you want to, you know, develop a passive residual form of income, and you don't feel like making a digital product, and maybe you don't want to make a course, but you might think, I feel like I have something to share with people, regardless of how old you are. You can get on here and you can do this. That's my point. So I want to talk about, before I keep rambling, I want to talk about some of the things that you might be, or address some of the things that might be keeping you from doing it. So I'm going to zone in real quick on my little iPad right here, because I said I'm going to jot these things down. I have 6 bullet points, and I'm going to try not to talk too heavily on all of them because time is of the essence, right? All right, so my first one, let's start with my first bullet point that I think we can talk about, that we should get out of the way. Your age, right? Number one, your age, right? You think that making YouTube videos and all is for kids. And like I just said, no, it is not, especially today. Go online. If I can find some people and put some screenshots somewhere in here of a couple of people that I've watched that are clearly making it obvious. They're 40, 50, 60, 50, and above. I think the oldest I saw, and I'm not saying anybody's old, but I'm saying the highest in age that I saw was like 60 something and monetized. 60 something. And then you go in and they're talking about retirement or whatever it is that people in that age range are concerned about. They're talking about it. Early retirement, being able to retire and go, you know, live the life of their dreams now that they have done everything else, right? Age has nothing to do with it. Not just that, I heard somebody else say that, I heard a couple of people, I should say, that if you're a certain age range, you have a lot to offer. There's a lot, you know, by the time you get at least into your 40s, and that you would not have known in your 20s or 30s. You've experienced some things. You'd have made some mistakes. And if at minimum, the most you feel like you know you could definitely do is speak online, on YouTube, to those mistakes so that somebody else doesn't have to make them, do that. Because here's what we don't realize. There's millions of people online watching YouTube and looking for information. And here's the thing, that thing that you think is like irrelevant and nobody's gonna care about, is somebody out there, out of these millions of people, that's looking for that information, that's looking for your input, your knowledge, and your takeaway on what you think is irrelevant. And you'd be surprised. I'll think things, and I'm like, okay, if I thought it, trust me, it's somebody on the internet talking about it. And the heck, if it ain't somebody on the internet that has thought, is talking about it or sharing something about it. Your age is actually golden. That's probably the most beneficial thing you have, because with age comes experience, and you have that. Share that online. It's valuable. Okay, let me move on to the next one. Number 2. Oh, okay. So you might think or might be worried about what your friends or family will think. Here's my take on that. Oh, oh, the guts. Oh, there was some strong thought right there. Let's turn that down. I'm going to turn that down. But here's my thought on that. Who cares? Who cares what your friends and family think? This is not their life. It's yours. Okay? It's not them wanting to retire early. It's not them wanting to live their life now that the kids are out of the nest. It's yours. Who cares? Get on here. Do you, be you. For all you know, you might say something that they might have found useful. Okay, so don't worry about that. And there might be, and from my knowledge, there might be ways where you can keep them from even knowing you're doing it. You don't have to make it, you don't have to tell people that you're doing it. You know what I mean? And the only thing I would say is with algorithm, be careful though, because if they're like in your contacts and you allow YouTube to like add people from your contacts or something like that, you might show up to them. We all know this algorithm thing and how they, how they in our business. Crazy. Okay. Don't sleep on that. They in our business in all kinds of ways. All right. But moving on, who cares? Get on here, do your thing. This is your life. Okay. Number 3. Maybe you have the feeling that no one will like your channel or follow you. False. False. Freaking false. Again, those people that I posted, go look at their channel. The people that I gave examples of, hopefully I actually did. Go look at their channel. You'll be surprised. These people have thousands of followers. They do. And you know why? Because there's thousands of people that are in their age range that are looking for people like them, or people who are talking about what they're talking about, or people to encourage them to get on here and do it. All right? False. You will have followers. Everybody's not going to follow you. Everybody's not going to like you. Everybody's not going to relate to you, but there are thousands that will, and that's all you need. You just need thousands. Thousands that will. And on YouTube, especially once you get monetized and get into Google AdSense monetizing, a couple thousand will bring in a hell of a lot. It just will. All right, so let's move on to number 3. Negative comments. We like to call those people who come in and, want to drop those negative comments the trolls. Let them troll. Let them go ahead and be trolls. There is a way for you to be able to block the trolls, isolate them, keep them from being able to comment or say anything on your channel. Delete when they do, when you first see them and they do say something, delete that. You can block. I love block. I use block every day. I use block every day life. Listen, if I need a block, block on my phone, I blocks, okay? Use that feature to block them, or at least to isolate them where they can't comment on your channel at all. YouTube has done really, really good at allowing you to control who's saying what and seeing your channel, and use that to your advantage. And if somebody does get in and say something, guess what? You already know 9 times out of 10 they are miserable, unhappy people. But we know what we're gonna do. We're gonna pray. We're gonna pray for them. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, that's how you deal with that. All right, so let's go into the next one. All right. Oh God, number 5. You're afraid your channel won't grow, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. It won't grow if you're not posting. The only way your channel won't grow is, and there are tricks to the trade. I will do a video on that. There are things that you can do to speed up or progress your growth, but it will definitely not grow if you're not posting. It will definitely not grow if you keep yourself from getting on here and posting. It's not difficult. You don't have to do a lot. I really did no prep. I didn't do no prep. I said, okay, I got off of work. I sat down at 8. I got up. I said, okay, let's brush our hair. I put tiny bit of face on, very little face on. Sit down and talk that day. Talk. And guess what? I don't have a microphone. I don't have a fancy camera, crap. I don't even have my stand. That's in storage right now. Your channel will grow. Post, and post some more. But let's move on to the next one. Okay. So here's the table. But don't say I didn't tell you. I put it out there that the table might be a little, okay. I told you though, so don't come for me in the comments. All right. So my 6th and my final one to talk about. That might be a reason why you might be feeling, you can't come on here and do this. It might be stopping you. The feeling that you have nothing interesting to talk about. That again goes back to your age. At the age, especially from 40s on up, at that point in life, you are most likely more confident than you've ever been. you are most likely more knowledgeable than you've ever been. You know why? Because you've made all them dang nabbit mistakes, learned from them, had to go through the process to fix life because you made them. Okay, things you had to go back, things you had to fix, and you couldn't fix till you hit your 40s because of something you did back then when you was in your 20s, right? I think we all may have experienced that. But what I want to say to you is you have a slew of things to talk about. My thought, this is my thought. The older you are, the more you have to share. The more you have to share that you've learned. The more mistakes you've made, or the more things you've discovered, because you've been here longer than a 20-year-old, 30-year-old, shoot, a 40-year-old. I will sit down with my legs crossed next to a 50 or 60-year-old that has something to share and listen to them with the quickness. You know why? Because they got 20, 30 something years living this life in this crazy world more than me. There's something they know that I don't know yet, because I haven't gotten to where they are. So I will sit down like a child with my legs crossed in a split second next to a 50 or 60-year-old, especially if I can tell that they're full of wisdom and grace. What? Listen. So you have a plenty to talk about. Don't let your own thinking or anybody else's thought process impact your world and your ability to better life for yourself, to bring in additional income, to come out here and help other people. And if you don't want to create an e-course, I created a course on how to use ChatGPT to create an e-course. I'll put the little card thingy up there. But if you don't want to create an e-course, if you don't want to create an e-book, if you don't want to get, create, videos on it, you can just come on here and just talk about it. You don't have to do something super in-depth and deep. It's really just come on here and talk about it, and people want to know. All right, so those are the few things that I jotted down that I could imagine people who are in their 40s and up would say, yeah, I can't do this. I can't go on YouTube. I can't do it. I'm too old. I don't know enough. Nobody's going to like me. My channel's not going to grow. People are going to say negative. And please don't be worried about the way you look, because let me tell you, everybody don't look great. Everybody does not look great. I'm not even saying I look great. All I'm saying is, come on here as yourself. It's not deep. I'm going to share what I did before I sat down here. So I said a little bit earlier, I worked today. I got off at 3:30. Sister was a hot mess and tired. I got up, I went in the bathroom, changed my clothes, I put a little bit of face on, I brushed my hair, I sat down. On the other side of this room, you may have seen it, there ain't no heavy equipment set up, no fancy cameras, no Nikon, no big beautiful lights that's flashing and shining. There ain't even no stand. I'm holding my phone at the moment. There ain't nothing. And so what I want to say to you is, don't make a big deal out of it. Grab your phone, make yourself look decent if you want to, because there's people on here that's like, hey, their hair, it is what it is. What they have on is what it is. Sitting in a car is what it is. Do-rag is what it is. They're sitting on here, but they got over 1,000 subscribers and over 4,000 watch hours. They're getting monetized. They just did it. And that's what I want to tell you. That's the secret sauce. Just do it. It's not deep. I used to get all super dialed up. I used to prep this and prep that and make sure what was around me look a certain way. I sat my behind in this chair today. I threw this shirt on. I brushed my hair. I made my face look decent. And you don't have to, because believe me, people, don't. Okay? I didn't do nothing special to the room. I opened up the curtains to the patio and I just started filming. I did my little bullet points while I was, on break at work, and that was that. So that's the big deal. Please, 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 please don't overthink this. My goal is to help you realize and feel and know that you can do it. It's not deep. Let's just get on here and let's share our knowledge. All right? And God and the universe and time will compensate you for being willing to help others. All right? All right. Well, I thank you for coming to my channel. My name is Renee Stacy, but girl, let's get it. And you have a blessed day. Let's do this, guys. Let's get it.